Hey everybody, this is Trey Trimble here. I just recently finished beating a game called Outlast. I'm sure some of you have heard of it. It's a horror survival type game. You're a journalist, so you have a camera on your handheld camcorder. You drop it, and your screen cracks. And so, for that portion of the game till you beat it, your screen at the bottom left-hand side is damaged and has these glass shards that are cracked and shattered, but it's still on the screen. So I thought we'd recreate that in After Effects. Here's an example of what I made really quickly.
Die! Don't leave me! I can't feel love!
So you can see right there the displacement going on here, and it looks, cool. Here is this broken glass texture, and this will work really nicely. Now, where I got this from is cgtextures.com. These guys are good. Everything here is high quality. It's all subcategorized and organized, and you can just find whatever you're looking for. It's all high quality. It's really great. They're really good. All right, let's start in Photoshop. Make a new file. Let's make it 1920 by 1080 because that is the screen width or screen size we'll be using. Alright, let's drop in our broken glass texture into our file here. First thing, we'll right click, rasterize the layer so we can edit it easier. W for magic wand. Now what we're going to be doing is click, let's set it to 3, by the way. Set our tolerance to 3. It's low, but not ridiculously low, but it's borderline. And the reason we're doing that is so if the tolerance is that low, it won't take out all of our little details that we don't want missing, like right here, and different things we don't want gone. So we're gonna click the outer edges here and let the natural break of the glass, like these triangles. Oh, because these triangle portions out is why I call it that right here, like pizza slices. But just letting that do the natural cut of the glass. We'll take this one out too. And so you just kind of click around and click all these black triangles out on the outer edges and leave the inner parts alone for use in the displacement. If you want to, you may click in here a little bit and get some of these details that you don't really want. They get too crispy. I don't know. We'll leave them. Okay. If I leave this alone as is, it may be a little too crispy on the edges, and so I may go up here to refine edge. Click that. Let's see. Reveal layer. No. On white, I guess. There you go. All right, and let's use let's see what smooth does. How drastic. Okay, that may do. Let's just go smooth 1 and all right, and then we hit delete. Boom, and there is our that is what our glass will be displacing. So there we go. We have it. Let's click our background out and Control Shift S, and we will save a PNG, and well, let's call it crack screen. Crack screen. After Effects project. Let's make a new composition. We'll make it 1920 by 1080 as well. Alright. And let's drop in our crack screen we just made in Photoshop. There's no displacement on this. So I'm going to drop that in. You can use whatever you want. I'm just using this for now since I already have it and went through the trouble of strapping a GoPro to my head quickly today. Alright. Let's see. I'll scroll right here in the middle somewhere. Alright, and let's drop in our crack screen on top of our comp. Boom. We'll move it in position later on. Let's right click our crack screen, go to pre-compose. Let's take out all the extra here. Just call it crack screen. Move all attributes into the new composition. Okay. And let's open that composition. Let's go to effect. Well, let's click on our layer first. Let's go to effect, and then color correction, tint, make it black and white. Our displacement map we'll be using blacks and whites to determine where it gets displaced at. And I tell you what, let's rotate it to where, let's just do 180 all the way around, and that way we have this nice section here, which I like that part a lot. That looks closer to the game itself. And now we're going to position it where we want it on the screen. When we're in our comp, wherever this is where it's going to be displacing. So let's go ahead and move that to the bottom left hand of our screen. Maybe a little big. Let's go ahead and pull it down in size a little bit and put it right around here, or wherever you want to put yours. I'm putting mine right here. Alright, and that's about all we do inside of our comp for our displacement. Then we go back to comp 1. Alright, turn that crack screen off. Then we'll go to our footage and click effect, distort, displacement map. Boom. And let's click our displacement map layer, go to crack screen. Boom. And luminance and luminance. Alright, now we'll just start click and drag. And if you notice to the right, I mean the left side here, you'll see that we're getting issue here. And that's because where this video's at, there's nothing over here to pull in to once you slide this video over and displace it, there's nothing over here there's just nothing there, so we get nothing. So if I had a layer behind there, it would be revealing that layer. Well, we don't want that to happen, so what we're going to do is instead of dragging to the positive, we're going to drag negative. So let's go negative, and this part is just however you feel. Once you go to where you think that looks good enough for you, you can stop there. I'm going to go about 65 or so, and then for the vertical, I'm gonna go down to about 77, almost the same there. And there you have it. There's your distortion on similar to Outlast when you drop your camcorder. So you can replicate for different things. Make yourself a wallpaper. You see those wallpapers with the cracked screen and stuff sticking in it. Now one thing I did do, because when you get to the black here, you don't see it, which that's how in the game it is. When it's black, you don't really see it until there's light, which if we're doing that, we're done. That's pretty much it. But what I did, just for the sake of my own self, is go into our cracked screen comp. We're going to copy, Control C, Command C if you're on Mac, that layer, and go back here in our comp, and then Command or Control V and paste it. So it's in the same exact spot. And then all you do then is hit T for opacity and bring it down to, I don't know, 5% or so. And then we see a hint of it, and you can just, it's whatever you want. You can go full if you wanted to go full, but I wanted to bring just a little bit, a hint of it. And it also adds a little bit of more texture to it on top of it that you can kind of see. But that's completely up to you. But there you have it. There's the displacement. All I did for the effect whenever we so it's not constantly there. Once we hit the door at that point, I just went right here and Alt left bracket that area. I went in here and set this to Alt left bracket, the same exact spot in the time. So that way it's not there, it's there. If it wasn't so black, I might animate it on, but it was just so dark, I didn't I didn't bother with animating it on. There you have it. The displacement from Outlast. As if I dropped my camcorder. Alright guys, that does it for this tutorial. Thank you for watching. I'm Trey Trimble, and I'll catch y'all later.